Now, you know, sir, one thing that I see in the future is that the world is going to become closer. How you say? Now, how can I put this in English? The world is going to become one. But before that happens, there will be a lot of dangers. Before that happens, there will be a lot of trouble. And the biggest trouble that we are going to have, one is going to come in Russia, and the other one is going to come in the Middle East again. Yes. The bones say, here, the bones say that this black rhinoceros, namely me, must go and talk with a great white pig. In other words, to disarm the anger of this, I must have a talk with a great white person, one of those in charge of this place. The bones also say that I am not well. I've got, the spear has got into me, which is true. I've got cancer.
Oh my god, Mr. Bones just scared me, man.
He thought Viagra was an expensive way to get it up. Well, this Subaru UFO and slash flying car is probably even more expensive. It is a concept here at the Japan Mobility Show, and it looks kind of spectacular and kind of cool. It is mounted to this rig so that it gives the impression that it is flying. And as you can see, it has a traditional cockpit in the middle, in between about 6 fans that surround it, that are also known as propellers, and they will keep this aircraft up in the air. What do you reckon? Is the future of flying cars something that we will actually see, or is it just something that we get teased every now and then?
Huh, that looks interesting, man. I'd like to have one of those in the future if I'll be there. Oh man, this is a dog that's just chilling with some chicks here. Oh, this is so interesting, man. You see, this dog understands the importance of love among all races and all kinds. You see, this dog seems happy. When you see a dog sleeping facing upwards, that dog is happy. They don't normally do that unless they're really happy and comfortable. But this dog is just chilling with this chicken. Do you call it hen or chicken? Oh, this creature bad like poultry, hen, and the chicks. And it's good vibes. You see, people should be good vibes. Much love to you guys out there. But about animals, some guys were saying that we spray our house of the bugs problem. You see, you have searched, you haven't found them, and it's like the bugs are in the camera, and now we don't know what we shall do. We just hope they shall stop appearing. Much love to you guys.
Why don't you just get a plane and fly over to ice wall, stupid flirter? We can't because this is what would happen. Dumb globe trolls. Funny how all these agencies have flat Earth maps as their logo. Just saying.
With this Cessna and the Air National Guard. I'm going to be inside of this Cessna, and we're going to be going rogue. We're going to fly into that no-fly zone, and we're going to see how the Air National Guard does it. They scramble the fighter jets to come
Take off. We're off.
Flying for miles and miles until...
Okay, we've just entered the no-fly zone now.
Our pilots aren't talking to air traffic control, ignoring their calls to reach them. That triggers an alarm at the Air National Guard base. These fighter pilots scrambling to their jets. They're on alert and ready to take action 24 hours a day. Today, racing to their F-16s, suiting up, climbing on board, and rushing to the runway. Taking off to intercept our rogue Cessna. Reaching the target in just minutes. This is the view from the F-16. That's my Cessna right there.
Intimidating as you would think it would be. Look at that fighter jet. He's right off our wing.
Another F-16 swooping in on the right, calling us on aviation frequencies.
You have been intercepted. If you hear this transmission, acknowledge the radio call and rock your wing.
He wants us to identify ourselves. We're a rogue aircraft, remember, for this demonstration, so we're not going to respond at all and see what this fighter jet
You are ordered to turn to the northwest.
The fighter jet giving us one last warning. After all of this, the pilot still won't listen. The plane won't leave the airspace. Will you shoot them down?
If required, we'll execute the rules of engagement per the commander of the North American Aerospace Defense Command. And yes, we would do that.
Shoot the plane down.
If it meets the rules of engagement, yes, we would, to defend the airspace.
Entering restricted airspace. You are ordered to turn west immediately. If you do not follow these instructions, you may be fired upon.
Thanks for watching. Like, follow, and comment for more content like this.
That whole situation has been overwhelming from the day it started. The past couple of hours have been difficult, but I'm quite happy with the attorneys and that the case got withdrawn. Right now, I just want to go home, sleep, and then heal my wounds, and yeah, take it from there.
How did you get injured?
I'm not going to comment on that one yet.
Okay, talk to us about why did you go to health facilities? What was the point there? How did you get in? How did you get access?
No comment on that one.
Can you advise on the letters that you posted on social media purporting to be from the HPCSA and the department, I believe, and potentially BITS, apologizing for a miscommunication which they've since come out and said they never seen?
So there are multiple accounts which are fake accounts. I'm not aware of that one, so I don't think it would be appropriate for me to comment on what fake Dr. Matthew accounts post.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so Dr. Matthew, there's a video where you're carrying a certificate which is supposed to be now that you confirm that you're not a qualified doctor, where did that certificate come from?
No comment.
What qualifications do you have?
No comment.
Do you intend on continuing your social media accounts?
Maybe, maybe not. Yeah.
Have you prescribed medication to your followers on social media?
No.
Has anyone reached out to you for that?
No.
Thank you so much. No, thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, just sorry to say, your name is
Dumisani Mabunda, I'm an attorney by profession.
Yes.
Okay, so my question was that when it comes to the charges he was facing in terms of impersonating any professional, legally, how strong is that? Is there any crime that one can be charged for? If maybe I'm saying I'm a journalist and I'm not. So in terms of that, how much stake did the state have? How strong was that case? Is there such charges legally?
There is indeed, but however, looking into this matter, as we've already indicated, he was doing whatever he was doing on TikTok for entertainment. A typical example is, as in yesterday, we had someone who was talking to the president on the phone about the rugby match. That's TikTok, you understand? So on its own, it's not impersonation, and that's not a crime. Typically with this, with him as well. And as I've hinted yesterday, it would be a problem. We'll be standing here with a serious situation if ever there was one individual who would say, I consulted with Matthew. If there's one individual who say Matthew actually prescribed medication for him, or if ever there will be any doctor who would come forward and say, he used my credentials to claim that he is a doctor. In actual fact, the hospitals, the least they could have done was to maybe ban him from going to hospitals and taking videos. And if we were to continue that, then that would be trespassing, and they will have a case against him. On the other hand,
Hold your hand over a second. This is called digit index ratio. Yeah, you both have high testosterone.
How could you tell based on that?
So digit index ratio, in utero, when you're in your mother's womb, a certain amount of testosterone is released. This is your testosterone finger. This is your estrogen. Do it on your dominant hand. I have a lot of test. You guys have similar. You have pretty high test. You have very high testosterone. People confuse testosterone. They think, oh, steroids, bodybuilding. Forget that. We're talking about in utero testosterone. It's not perfectly correlated, but it's pretty accurate. You can Google it. There's great science on this. It's not palm reading. It's not astrology.
Yeah. You guys Oh, is that
If you ever wondered why your disposable coffee cup doesn't leak through, there's actually something a little weird about them that nobody really thinks about. Disposable paper cups are our go-to choice for drinks, particularly our hot cup of morning coffee, but hidden within is a plastic film, and when exposed to hot water, it actually degrades. This degradation releases ions like fluoride, chloride, sulfate, and nitrite into your drink. But that's not all. Microplastic particles seep into your drink too. In just 15 minutes, a single cup can release a staggering 25,000 micron-sized microplastic particles. And toxic heavy metals like lead, chromium, and cadmium are present in these cups too. Microplastics and heavy metals are known to lead to a variety of different health complications and even weight gain. So you might want to think twice before you drink your next cup of coffee. Your health matters. Choose wisely.
Oh my god! You mean they're made of that? Oh, I didn't know that, man. Oh, no, this is another good vibes animal chilling with the baby here. Ah, man, this is so lovely. This is good vibes. This is what we are talking about, man. You see this animal just chilling with the baby here and with its kisses. This is so beautiful, man. Guys, I really love this. Man, people should live well with animals out there and also with one another. Spread love, peace, forgiveness out there, you see? So we're all about. Oh, like now you see, these two, what kind of story is this? Oh, these two look like pyramids, but they're working.
G'day, folks. So I had an American tourist ask me the other day what these grids are that you see on the roads in outback Australia. Well, these are what we call expansion grids. So what happens out in the outback, you know, it gets hot. You know, it's a pretty hot place, Australia. So the bitumen, it's black, and black things, they absorb heat, and when things get hot, they expand. So what we have to do is we put expansion gaps in the road every 150 kilometres, and what that does, it allows the bitumen to expand and contract, and it stops it from buckling and cracking and costing us a fortune in road maintenance. Now, it's not that hot today, so as you can see by the grid, the bars are actually quite a fair way apart. But if this was the middle of summer and it was a really hot day, say 40 degrees, you come past and these gaps would actually be quite narrow as the expansion gap actually contracts as the bitumen expands and contracts. So there you go, that's why they are, expansion gaps. Saves us a fortune in road maintenance. Ask any Aussie, they'll tell you.
Oh, right, that's pretty interesting, man. Okay. You see, as we use such kind of stuff here to keep wild animals in the zoo and keep them away from coming in civilization. Oh my god! These are snakes! Snakes! Oh, what is this place? Is this Australia or is this? You see a basic creepy animals in Australia. Now what is this? A lot of snakes! Oh my god! How can someone touch these snakes? Oh, this must be a good vibes person if he does not fear this. Oh my god! Myself, I don't know. I wouldn't do this. What? My guts couldn't help me. Not just guts, but the fear I have for reptiles. What? Oh, now such a sin, my friend, can scare me to my roots. Just think that I can, don't know what even how I can react. If I can't freeze, I can run away like, I don't know what. This looks like an anaconda. An underwater anaconda. What are these things? My god. Imagine having an encounter with such kind of stuff. Oh my god. Oh man. What are these? These are big snakes or what? Oh my god. You see, I believe in good vibes in animals and all that. But some animals just scare me. And what? This is just interesting. Blessed to those creations. Oh my god.
Let me tell you how I think the world actually works. For a long time, if governments wanted to do something that would not be in the best interest of the people, they had to create an event that gave people the emotional energy to agree to something that they would otherwise usually not agree with, like going to war. So for a long time, they would stage false flag events, where that comes from back in the day when pirate ships would put a different flag of a different country on their mast and then attack another ship, and people that were looking were like, oh my god, France is attacking Germany. And then everybody that saw it was like, well, we got to go after France, right? You get it, false flag. Well, for a long time, we didn't have these surveillance devices, so we would just believe what the government said, like the Gulf of Tonkin that got us into Vietnam, or like 9/11. Everybody didn't have amazing surveillance technology back then, just kind of flip phones. So we were like, dang, I can't believe Osama bin Laden did this, and people with box cutters took over planes and did unbelievable maneuvers. Now we got to go take care of these weapons of mass destructions and get rid of some governmental leaders that aren't cooperating with us. Oh, and all the politicians' families happen to get all the contracts and make billions of dollars. I know lots of war vets that'll tell me they have PTSD and trauma because they realized they weren't in a war on terror. They were being used as a pawn. Even though they had honorable intentions on joining the military to fight terrorism, it doesn't matter. They were still a pawn. Well, now that everybody can call BS on things because we have stuff like Twitter and we can communicate, the government knows everything about everybody. You think Hamas isn't being surveilled? You think people texting back and forth about their plans wasn't known? Come on. So they can't do a false flag. They actually prod real events to happen so they can emotionally manipulate everybody to do what they want. And that's what I think happened with Hamas and Israel. It was planned, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
No, everybody on the earth is from someplace else. None of us were born and hatched here. None of us as souls were created here. We all come from another time and place. My understanding is that all of the conscious spirit that's in this universe came through different black holes from other universes in time and space, which we simply aren't privy to. So we're ancient. There's no age to us. We weren't created with the universe. We came through another universe, through the black holes, to this place that we now call our universe, to continue to evolve.
Oh, these are the giants of Tartarian Empire. Oh my God. Are they really giants or big humans? What do you call them giants? They just look like humans. I think we should call them big humans. Or what do you call them? Oh, but they are really big, man. You see, this guy is tall like a house. Oh, and now this fish was kept in the fridge. And now it was put in the water, and it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to come alive. You see, a friend of mine was telling me a story that there are some guys in the past that volunteered after. No, they said that when they died, they were put in the ice. And when people discover stuff about death and crazy stuff like that, they can be brought back to life. Now, is this the theory that is working with this fish? Makes me really wonder. Because this fish just came back to life. That's very scary. Oh my God, no, this is the royal family, the Rockefeller family, the governments, the corporations, the WHO. Oh my God, what are they up to? Orsini family, the Funnies family, oh, Albonero family, Medakai family, Corona family, Corona, the Rothschilds family.
Why do cats not display the same hip dysplasia and some of the other connective tissue disorders that dogs do? The answer to that is because they purr. They are little physioacoustic generators, and they have an innate ability to know how to heal people. They like to climb on people, and they seem to have an understanding of when somebody's in pain, and they go right to that area and they purr. The American Veterinarian Association has stated that the reason that cats don't have connective tissue disorders is because they do purr. That's physioacoustic therapy right there.
Hip hop changing from positive to negative was not a consequence of history. It was not a circumstance of history. It was nothing that just happened on its own. It had nothing to do with the changing of the times. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with the fact that there are people in this particular society who wants to see us exactly where we are. I believe it was JT, the bigger figure, who said the label executives came to him and said, yo, brother, we need you talking about guns and whores. Right. You know what I mean? That's right. That happens. I've been in those meetings. Young Buck, he has a song on his album that talks about police terrorism. The label said absolutely not. Jimmy Iovine said absolutely not. You cannot put that on the album because it might create an atmosphere that might put police officers' lives in danger. Right. So they took the record off, but they let him keep the other 14 songs on the album that talked about killing black youth. So this is what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a circumstance or consequence of history.
Here we have 3 images of 3 mysterious cloths. They are all ancient. At the very least, they're centuries old. So they're much before modern technology. This is the Shroud of Turin. This is the Veil of Manipello. And this is the cloth of Oviedo in Spain. If you superimpose one image on the other, the measurements match. So the Shroud of Turin and the Manipello Dale have the same measurements of the eyes, the mouth, and the nose. And then the cloth of Oviedo, which was believed to be placed over the mouth of Christ on the cross, and it's been venerated in Oviedo for centuries, seems to have finger marks over the mouth to hold the blood inside the mouth of Jesus. And so the superimposition of the three cloths seem to present a powerful image of a man who has suffered serious atrocities. And yet we also have the key factor from the image of Manipello that he's opening his eyes. And this is the three images superimposed on one another, all matching.
And Africa had a role to play. It has a role as a raw material producer. We will not allow sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now China, it's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them dirt cheap. Okay, so that's the message. It doesn't mean to say that there's nothing Africans can do. Of course there is. Okay, but this is the opposition that they're fighting. This is what it's about. Because if Africa does do something different, I assure you living standards of all those in Europe and North America and Asia is going to fall. Okay? And that is a big price to pay. I assure you that the West is not going to allow that without a big...
This dark world we're in, I've noticed a pattern in what is being represented. People think that this stuff is just a game. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan. Not just, you know, like Satan slipping himself in a little bit. No, full-on visuals of Satan, people dressed as Satan, you know, dressed as a demon, got upside-down crosses all on their clothes or pentagrams on their clothes, and people are just like, oh, that's funny, it's, you know, we're making fun. No, there's a reason why the entertainment industry is doing that, y'all. They know good and doggone well that God exists. They also know that Satan exists. They're just counting on the fact that y'all don't know that. But either way, the things that you take in, that they're feeding you, those things affect you. Whether you realize it in the moment or not, they affect you. That's why they do it. Entertainment industry, it's about influence. I'm not gonna sacrifice the honesty in order to be politically.
I want y'all to look at my neck. I got a fat neck. You see that, Roseanne?
I do. Look at mine. It's all wrinkled.
If y'all see another Monique and that neck ain't fat.
Are you saying that you think they take people out and clone them and put a robot in their place?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they doing. What I know is our eyes, it's like you almost saying, are my eyes deceiving me? Am I saying what I think I'm saying? So I don't know what they're doing. I'm just telling y'all, if you see me and my neck ain't fat.
You think they're nefarious? Like, do you think that it could be they're aliens that's out laying there taking our livers and shit? You think they're...
I was doing a show in New York, right? It was the first time I shared this story public. I was doing a show one night in New York. And this guy had on sunglasses. And I said, listen, I'm not going to coming back over here seeing you with these sunglasses. There's no sun in here. And you being disrespectful. I need to be able to see you, right? So he laughing and I walked to the other side of the stage. I come back. He lifted up his glasses and everything was black.
Oh, he didn't have any eyes?
Did you hear what I said?
What?
He lifted up his glasses and everything was black. The energy I got from him was, do you want to comment? I looked back at him. And the energy I gave him was, I'm going to mind my business and walk my ass back down to the other side.
Everybody that has gotten to the top has put on a dress. And most of the time, when you play a gay role, it's just to
shut down black masculinity. It's to shut it down, to kill the alpha.
There is a systematic effort to destroy every black male entertainer's image. They want us all to have an actress by name. Kobe raped a white woman in Colorado. Dr. Cosby raped 37 bitches and still counting. Nobody leaves this business clean. Michael Jackson fucked little white children.
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan gambled.
Right, and then his dad got killed.
You understand?
They try to tie that.
You're not going to die clean.
I mean,
some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Oh, man. Oh, you see, that agenda is very creepy to me from this side of the world. And I don't understand it at all. I've come across it when I just started watching these videos. But anyway, much love to all humans out there that have watched up to this far. You are loved, you are respected, you are amazing, beautiful, you are all the good things you can think about. Keep it tuned for another fire episode. We are out! Boom, boom, boom!